Alright, we're at our 6th vlog already, and guess who's with me today? This guy, he's back.
Hi.
And he traveled the entire United States without me.
Yeah. Sorry. I needed to step away for a minute and catch my breath, assess my life situation, and eat a lot of vegan food.
Yeah, and I get to ask him all these questions on camera for you guys.
Oh, so, okay. So you're interviewing me.
Yeah, I guess.
I like that.
So the good thing for you guys is you get to hear the answers the same time I'm hearing them. So I'm curious too to how his trip was. So I guess where was the most memorable? Where's your favorite place that you went? Maybe not food wise, but city wise or area that you went to.
I mean, I'm gonna say LA, Los Angeles, only because that's where all of our friends are. So it was really great to see Jason and Whitney and Nicole all at once.
So I've already been to the best place.
But I didn't get to see everybody because I was only there.
Right.
I got to LA and then our plans got changed, so I had to leave. I had to cut a bunch of plans with everybody else. But the city that surprised me the most was Austin, Texas.
Really?
A lot of vegan food. I only got to eat at 2 places, but a bunch of people on the Facebook page said, you need to check out Barbecue Revolution, and they listed a bunch of other like vegan food trucks.
Yeah.
So I definitely have to go back down there. It was hot down there, though. I'll tell you. I went. I think maybe 45 minutes outside of the city, and I jumped off a cliff into this big like water hole. It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, you posted some pictures on your personal page.
Yeah, on my Instagram page. Yeah. It was fun.
Well, a lot of you guys wanted to do meet and greets with me. It was unfortunately this was John's personal trip, so we're gonna do this again as the Vegan Zombie, and we'll try to meet as many people and have book tours and book signings and as many different places as we can. So, but John was kind of with another friend, and they were on time constraints.
I was pretty much on. I told him, he said, "Hey, you want to get away? I want to get away. Why don't you go across the country and back?" And I said, "Okay, but I don't want to plan anything. I'll just get in the car and I'll drive wherever you want." So I was kind of on his schedule, and he let me go to all the places I wanted to eat, which was really cool. But I couldn't stay anywhere, and I couldn't really announce anywhere because I had him. I had him with me,
and you didn't exactly know where you were going to be.
Yeah,
and how long you were going to be.
Exactly. There. So I went to whatever vegan place that people recommended, and I checked it out, and then I left.
The food looked great in all the pictures.
Oh, I know. I was. You were jealous.
I was.
I'm sure.
I was.
If it makes you feel any better, I probably gained about 10 pounds on that trip. So today I had what I had for breakfast. I just had watermelon for breakfast. Just some rice and some veggies for lunch, and then I'm just gonna have a smoothie for dinner. I'm gonna do that all week just to get myself back into the, feeling good.
So you feel better. I see you. You were at the Grand Canyon. What, you slept outside by the Grand Canyon?
Yeah. So we got to the Grand Canyon at like 6 o'clock. We walked out. We were on the South Rim, and it was this big, beautiful. Have you ever been there?
No.
It's just amazing. It was this big, beautiful scene, and all of a sudden a storm rolls in. So we run back to the campsite, get it set up. Matt, my buddy, he slept in a tent. That was his first time sleeping in a tent. So we set the tent up, but I wanted to sleep outside. And a little sidebar, we went to the main store to buy some firewood because there was a fire pit at the campsite. And they sold the tofurkey brats there. So I got to roast some over the fire.
Cool.
Yeah.
I did the same thing. I was camping the last couple days over the weekend with my brothers and sister.
Well, it was really cool because they sold a bunch of vegan products at this store in the middle of the Grand Canyon.
Nowhere, yeah.
Yeah, so that was really cool. I woke up at 2:30 in the morning to wind blowing all around me and rain falling on my face. A storm had just rolled in, so I ran into the car and I watched the storm go by, and I left Matt in the tent to fend for himself. And I didn't want to wake him up.
Yeah,
so.
You got that tent set up out back to dry off or whatever?
Yeah.
It's a really small tent. It says, what, 3 people?
It says if it's 3.
I think it would be like a one-man for me. It was like I had a bigger tent than that. It was just me and Indy.
Was it tight with you and Indy, or?
Well, yeah, I'm kind of claustrophobic, so yeah, it was kind of tight, but I felt better with him there being the guard dog. So
at one point in the Grand Canyon, my zipper on my sleeping bag ripped wide open, and I just remember laying there with the air blowing through. I'm like, it would be my luck a rattlesnake would like crawl in and see start sleeping inside of my legs or something.
Selfie.
Scary. But yeah, the Grand Canyon was awesome. I went skydiving.
Yeah, I saw that. How was that? Was it scary taking the first step?
I was a little nervous the day before because I'm like, I feel like statistically somebody's chute's not gonna open up, and I haven't heard of anything in a while. I'm like, it's gonna be mine.
It's gonna be John.
So the day before, I was like really nervous about it. On the plane ride up, I was just kind of looking outside, you know, admiring the view. And it was when he opened the door, and he's like, "Okay, you're gonna put your foot out," and I put my foot out, and I remember I started to fall forward, and I was like trying to make myself not fall forward to balance myself, and I'm like, I'm gonna be falling out of the plane anyway.
Yeah.
So I just like whatever. I got where I went, and he just threw me out, and you free fall for about 30 seconds, and it's really intense. I don't know if you saw. Did you know Whitney did one where she made a vegan BLT?
Yeah.
So I watched her video the day before.
you had to prepare.
Yeah, I'm like, well, Whitney did it. Come on, I can do it. But it was you know, you're going like this, and you're flying through this, and you're trying to smile, and then you're just trying to make it so your face stays on your face. Like the skin was like.
Right, because you're going what?
200 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And then the chute goes up, and you just start floating down. He let me steer it, so I was like pulling on the right hand side and like swinging to the right and then the left. It was
awesome.
Beautiful view though. I mean, it was amazing. After we landed on the ground, we went to breakfast. I went to this place that said that they had vegan options, and the only thing they had was a quinoa breakfast plate, which was just quinoa with some coconut milk and some fruit. And I was really bummed at first because I'm like, come on, man, I'm on vacation. I want like a plate of tofu scramble and just get me fat. But it was really good. It was actually tasted really good. So awesome. I'm actually,
it was probably a lot better for him than all that.
I think I'm actually gonna make quinoa for breakfast. Actually,
you should do that.
Maybe we'll even do a video on it because it was really good. It was, and I had it. It must be a thing out there because I have never. Have you heard of it out here?
The what?
Of quinoa for breakfast, like quinoa. They cook it in like coconut milk, and you eat it as a breakfast. I've never seen it until I was over.
I've never had it for breakfast. It's usually like a lunch or dinner, but
in the Midwest, because I went to 2 places that had it on the menu, so it must be a thing over in those parts of the world.
Right.
I went into Colorado to a little town called Franktown, and my friend, one of my best friends, Janelle, she has she's starting a farm sanctuary. She's a therapist, and she's using animal assisted therapy for some veterans and children, really anybody that wants to go and heal.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, she has 2 horses right now and 2 dogs, a bunch of guinea pigs, and it was awesome. I helped her set up for her next client the following day. I helped clean the barn.
And I saw you with the picture with that huge horse.
Yeah, I was fixing the gate actually had broken, and I was trying to fix it, and it was so funny because I guess her name was Honey. I guess she took a liking to me because she kept scratching her head on my back, but she's this giant horse and she just kept shoving me over. It was really cute. But it was awesome. It was my favorite day on the trip only because I got to work with animals. And
right.
You know how much I love animals.
Indy.
And then the food, everywhere I went, there wasn't a bad place. All the food was really good. All the people were really nice. And I'm really sorry to everybody that wanted to meet up, and I just had to like leave town, but like Chris said, after this vlog, we're actually going to sit down and plan out our next book tour, and we have some other ideas we're going to throw by you in the next couple of weeks, but we won't get into that now. So it was a good trip. I went on this trip to kind of clear my head, figure out what I really want to do. I know it's probably a little premature, but I definitely know I want to do stuff like this full time. I want to do a lot more cooking videos. You know, there might be a restaurant, there might be, we don't know yet, but we definitely want to take the Vegan Zombie, or at least our skills with veganism, to the next level. I have to. I can't work at a retail job forever because it's not rewarding. I mean, your job's not rewarding either. You don't.
When you do something you love, and then you have to actually go and work something, and all you can think about is the other thing that you do. That's how it's been for us for like the past 5 years, and it's to that point where we can't even stand doing like our full-time thing when we know we have, you know, so many people that want to see our, you know, our content, and what's the next thing we're gonna do, and you know, we love doing it, so why can't we do it full time? I mean, there's got to be a way. We got to figure that out. We got to figure out the step, you know, the next step to take.
And even, I mean, with me, even if I fail, even if for some reason we can't make it work, I would rather risk it now and just say, hey, I tried it, rather than wait 10 more years in a job that I like my job, but I don't love it. I feel like I'm not making a difference in the world, you know, like with veganism or with people. I want to help. I want to make a difference, and I'm not doing that right now. So even if we go out and we try, at least we can say we tried at the end of the day, you know?
Some of the comments in the other videos, I know somebody wanted to know like what kind of mouse traps that we were talking about. Well, here's one that you can buy, which is a Humane trap if you have mice or whatever, and it just kind of sets up like this and it balances, and you put I don't know, like a piece of peanut butter or like a crunchy cereal at the end of it, and they go in it and it balances out and it shuts and they can't get out of that. You got to make sure you check it every 12 hours or so, and then usually I put it there at night, and in the morning when I did have mice, you know, you pick it up and you can tell if there's a mouse in there, and then I would take it down the road and let them go in the woods. So
I also, you know, I don't know if I brought one of mine here at one point, but I looked on Amazon for mine or eBay back 10 years ago when I got them, and they actually have a glass tube with a door that they push through with their nose to try to get in, and then they can't get back out.
Okay.
That works really good. It was like $10 for 3 of them, and I caught like 20 mice in my old apartment.
Right. Yeah, I know somebody mentioned they had a cage one and the rodents kept getting in and out, so they had to use something more effective. And I mean, there's no way they can get out of this. You know, check that out. They have them at local grocery stores and, like John said, online. Well, I guess that pretty much covers everything we wanted to say in this vlog. So if you guys have any ideas for us, anything you guys want us to talk about, put them in the comments below, and I guess we'll see you in the next one. Well, that pretty much wraps up this vlog. I think we pretty much covered everything we wanted to.
Pretty much.
Did I say it too much?
Yeah, you said pretty much twice.
Okay, I don't want to say pretty much twice. Well, that pretty much covers this vlog. We pretty